Hello, my adoring fans. You joined me. It's quite a long video. Much like Maddie had a nice long line this morning. Made it longer because she got breakfast in bed. Now, it's not the most luxurious breakfast in bed ever. But, yeah, breakfast in bed is breakfast in bed. Then out and about we went. Now, we were trying to do a lot of touristing of medium-sized things today. Little or medium-sized things. Because we really only have 3 free days where we don't have plans with some of my friends or something. So we're trying to make use of them. So first up, we went to walk in a park. And this park has little terrapins and little koi and some trees and stuff like that. But yeah, Maddie and I obviously gravitated towards the terrapin and the koi. And that was very fun. And then next up, we went on the Peak Tram. Now, we kind of hiked around the Peak area yesterday, but today we were going up to the top. We're going up to the observation deck to get a very good view. First, you get a cool view of Tram, and I think these trams were updated in 2022, so they were different than when I was here last. They felt very modern. You could see out the top, which I don't think I recorded, but you could see out the top, so it's like a convertible tram, kind of, but with like a roof, you know, glass. But yeah, you get a good view going up. The weather was kind of a bit hit and miss today, where there was some clouds and rain, but fortunately, it was always sunny when we needed to look at stuff. And that was quite nice getting a bit of drizzle when we were walking around, because obviously it evaporates super fast. It's not like you're walking around soaking wet, but we were actually soaking wet because we were so sweaty. Anyway, our Airbnb is in this general direction. And then this is more like round the back. And this is kind of where Norris's house was. That side of it, not the kind of main little Hong Kong strip side. But a bunch of jazzies. You know me, I love my jazzies. In fact, seeing this video has reminded me that the jazzies exist. So I'm actually now walking towards the bag of jazzies so I can eat some. So which means it won't make the video, but what will make the video is this downward descent of the tram. We thought we'd catch it from afar before we went back down, you know, a bit of fun. Yeah, you can see all the inner machinations of how it works and all that jazz. Very enjoyable, very fun, very nice. I'm a bit of a weirdo for methods of transport, so that's cool. Here it is coming up. Oh, what's this size? So cinematographic. Yeah, so clearly I'm just really good at this whole filming stuff. I've been doing it so many times that I've gotten good. So proud of myself. Well on me. Anyway, what are we doing next? Oh yes, we were going to some Botanical Garden. Sorry, I'm kind of very exhausted, so I've slightly lost my mind. Here we saw some bamboo, which was fun. Some dinosaurs, which scared my beautiful fiance. I think we saw King George the VI, maybe. We saw a flamingo. No, not a flamingo. Or maybe that wasn't. No, that was an ibis, a scarlet ibis. So if you recall the bin chickens, well, these are the flamingos. If you recall the bin chickens from Australia. That's a red version of it. So, and here's some other Australian-looking animals. You may recognise these as well. But then, yeah, we saw a bunch of birds. Now, with these gardens, I obviously approve of the fact that they're massively free, and you can just walk around and do your own thing and enjoy the little otter that turned out took to the bathroom after that. But, you know, I do think that the cages are maybe a little bit small. But, you know, overall enjoyable to go and look at. Maybe not so enjoyable for some of the animals. But, yeah. I felt bad for this orangutan, for example. Was it an orangutan? No, that's not an orangutan. Feel bad for whatever that monkey was. Because he wanted to do swinging, but he could only swing a little bit. You know, he's pretty big and he was in a pretty small cage. But overall, given that this is here and I can't do anything about it, it was really cool seeing these animals. Saw some dude chilling in the sun. He had some water next to him, but he didn't seem to want to go into it. Unlike these homies, they were like, oh, we must assemble. Kind of reminded me of the Ents in the Two Towers when they're having an Ent moot. and they're all assembling, but you know, incredibly slowly. These guys though, they did enjoy hanging out in the water. Yeah, a bunch of monkeys. Now these I think are the orangutans. Maddie, big ones, orangutans. Yeah, she's big and orange, very chodular.
And kind of scary.
Kind of scary. But they would F you up. They would F you up indeed. They would destroy you. They'd even destroy me. I could maybe like survive for about 5 seconds, but then I'm dead after that. And some meerkats. No things to look out for, so they're just chilling. Anyway, then we walked off. It was getting heat of the day. I was melting. I was baking. Fortunately, you don't see me on camera. We walked past the Discount London Eye, but it was better than Brisbane's Discount London Eye, and we got on the Star Ferry. So this is like quite a popular ferry to take, pretty historic, been around for a while. And to be honest, very efficient, very good, very easy. Like, it serves its purpose still to this day. We sat in the aircon part, because, you know, we love the aircon. And yeah, here it is, trundling along. La 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 la. But then we arrived, that was a look back at Hong Kong Island, and Maddie had set foot in Kowloon for the first time. So we went to go and see a shop that I had seen on TikTok of some guy. He's a bit weird, but it's quite entertaining. And then we got on the tube for the first time. Well, for Maddie, it wasn't called the tube, it's the MTR. Now, interesting fact about the MTR is they actually make a lot of money from the fact that they rent out the like shopping space on the land that they own above the underground, and they're super profitable, and they're one of the reasons why Hong Kong's always sorted. So yeah, then we went to, while we were on the MTR, well, we were heading to the
You don't want any more?
10,000 Buddhas.
I want to keep going.
Now, they don't all look quite this big, I will admit. They do kind of cop out, as you'll see in a moment, where they have some tiny ones. But it was very fun, I would say, walking up this. I've done it before, and I was thinking, because, you know, Maddie and I are both quite tired. We have a lot of my friends to see. We don't have much time. I was like, what are the key things I enjoyed? I was like, the ferry, the Peak Tram, some of those gardens, just because they're kind of near the Peak Tram, you know, like, maybe not good enough to go to. So, well, you know, they're quite good. Wouldn't mind going to them solo. This is the cop out, by the way. But yes, the other thing that stuck in my mind, alongside the giant Buddha, which we are going to go and see tomorrow, is these 10,000 little dudes. So yeah, that's why we ended up here. Sorry, I was just opening something. That's why I chose what I chose. But it's very weird and hard to find because it's kind of behind a car park. It's all a bit scared. And I was like, am I in the right place? Have I gotten lost? But no, I remembered correctly, and we are fine. What did we do? Sorry. Then we took the MTR and we went to the kind of Kowloon riverfront. So this is kind of like the equivalent of walking along South Bank in London, where, you know, you can get a good view of the cool stuff on the other side. And we did get a good view. We also got a little snack because we're a little bit hungry. And as you'll see, we still had a lot of stuff planned for today. So we got back on the tube, trundled along, changed station. We were at Admiralty Station. I, of course, enjoy the kind of British historical namings and stuff mixed in with like Wan Chai, you know, you got Admiralty Station next to each other. Very enjoyable. Then we went to go get a gong cha. Then, well, we all know what Hong Kong is famous for in my heart. It is the basketball. So we turned up, shot around for a bit. You know, here's me being amazing at basketball. Splash! That was the only shot I took, I promise. 100%. No, there were lots of misses. But here's a little compilation. I played some games with some people. I was certainly a bit exhausted because we did like 21,000 steps or something today. So, you know. Yeah. So by the second game, the last half or so, I got a bit tired, got a bit exhausted. But I'm looking forward to going back and trying some more here. Maybe we're gonna have a bit less walking tomorrow. It's gonna be a bit more just being on the tube. So it might be a bit fresher. Could only really handle like 2 games to 21. But anyway, now we're back in the flat, watching YouTube and eating pizza, and now about to eat jazzy. So I hope everyone has a good day. See you all tomorrow. Adios.